Oh, the moment I have been waiting for so long, the Suicide Squad. Now, I went into this movie thinking that it was going to be horrible. The reviews on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, everyone freaking out about it. Oh no, they made Harley Quinn look like a slut. Oh no, the Joker wasn't in it enough. So I already had reserved seats when I heard all this stuff. So I go into the movie theater and I'm like, well, I guess this is gonna suck. I've waited a year. I remember when the trailer first came out last year in August, and I freaked out and I was so excited about it. And I get in there and I'm like, well, I'm kind of crushed a little bit, and I haven't even seen it yet. Watch the movie. I loved it. That was one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. Now, I've seen a lot of movies and I like a lot of movies, but that does not mean that I would go buy it as soon as it comes out in the stores like Walmart or whatever. I don't say that often, but if this movie came out in Walmart right now, I'd buy it on Blu-ray and I'd watch it even though I just watched it. And I don't really like watching the same movies twice in a row. I didn't even do that with Star Wars. This movie, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I thought it was so interesting how a movie can make you so excited to see certain characters that when they pop up on the screen, you're like, oh, yay, let's see what they're going to do. I was geeking out. I loved it. Jared Leto was just, oh my gosh. Talk about amazing, trying to top Heath Ledger, which he didn't top him. You can't top Heath Ledger, obviously. But you can do really good in a different way, and that's exactly what he did. People were mad that there was a relationship between Harley Quinn and the Joker and that he actually liked her back and blah, blah, blah. But I thought that was good because I thought that made Jared Leto his character as Joker, more of a human. It made him more human-like. And rather than Heath Ledger, who was just kind of out of it and in his own world and didn't really have a lot of feelings at all, so he was just in his own head. And Heath Ledger's more psychological. Jared Leto was kind of creepy. Jared Leto was creepier. Every time Jared Leto was on the screen, there was something inside me that made me uncomfortable. And I know that sounds silly, but it did. But I loved it. It was so cool. His laugh was really, really good, and it didn't sound anything like Heath Ledger's. Now, I'm not trying to, spoil it. There's a certain part, you can go ahead and skip it a few seconds if you want to. When he's laying there with a bunch of knives around him, and these roses and these glasses, and that was just really neat. And, okay, now the people complaining about the Joker not being in it enough. He's gonna be in other movies. Calm down. I think the fact that he wasn't in this movie a lot was bittersweet. I thought it made it more special. I think it made it focus more on other characters. If he would have been in it, it all would have been focused on him. And what's the fun in that? It's Suicide Squad. You want to focus on all the other ones too. Everyone would have been attached to just the Joker the whole time, and not appreciating the other ones. And he's gonna be in Justice League. Calm down. He's gonna do great in it. But I think it's neat how in the movie you're just kind of waiting for him to pop up out of nowhere, and that was really neat. I thought that was a unique thing. I liked it. I enjoyed that. And Margot Robbie, if I'm pronouncing that right, hopefully, oh, she was so good. Oh, Harley Quinn. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. She was so good. She was so funny. So full of personality. How could you not? I loved it. I loved it. She did so freaking good. Everyone in this movie did good. I don't really like, yet again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. I did not really like Cara Delevingne, who played like the witch. I did not like that part. One thing I did not like about this movie, and that was the witch and all that crap. I thought that was a little stupid, but how are you supposed to have a bad guy in a movie full of bad guys? So I can't blame them. That was going to be hard. It wasn't absolutely horrible. It wasn't like Spider-Man, bad guys bad. It just wasn't great, and I'm not that fond of her as an actress. I don't really like her that much. There's worse, but oh, it was amazing. I loved it so much. I have a few little complaints, but they're not anything that would just ruin the movie for me. I wish Harley Quinn maybe had more action scenes. That would have been cool. I would have enjoyed that a little bit. I don't think the Joker needed any action scenes. Save that for the other movies. Save it for the Justice League. Let's all wait and get excited about that for the Joker. This was more for the other characters. It was just showing off the Joker and what it's going to be like. Just a little bit. Just to tease us a little bit so we can get excited about the Justice League and get excited about what kind of Joker he is. I loved it. Go watch it. I thought it was amazing. Now, people are complaining about the plot and how it was just kind of like, oh, well, they're going to go kill this witch, blah, blah, blah. That's too simple. A perfect movie needs a perfect plot and explaining the characters in a perfect way. Now, this movie was full of characters. So do you know how long it would take to explain all of the characters and have a good plot? That would take Titanic length. It would take too long. I would rather see a movie where they're explaining the characters and less of a plot, rather than a movie that's all plot, less characters, or less explaining the characters. What makes the movie interesting is trying to understand the characters, trying to understand their backstories, what they want, what makes them who they are, because it makes you feel closer to them. It makes you more interested in them. And people were complaining about that. I loved it. They explained every character perfectly. It wasn't overboard, but it gave you enough information that you could connect with them, especially Harley Quinn and the Joker and their relationship. I thought that was a great idea, that he's just kind of like, I think I'm just kind of use her, but he actually starts falling in love with her. And I know that's not what originally happens in the comic books. He doesn't really care about her that much, and he uses her. She's in love with him. He doesn't feel the same. But I think that they added I think that was a sweet thing, and it made you more emotionally connected to the movie. I mean, what's more perfect than Harley Quinn and the Joker being together? That's the best romance story there is. That's better than The Notebook, Titanic, anything. I loved it. That was a good movie. Go watch it. Go buy the best seats you can and enjoy it. And just don't get it online illegally. No, that'll ruin it. You gotta go with all the people so they clap at the end and they get all excited about things. Please go watch this movie. You won't regret it. People are ridiculous. I think there have been trolls online with Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's absolutely horrible that they think that Batman vs. Superman was better than this movie. This, in my opinion, goes Dark Knight, Deadpool, Suicide Squad. Barely. Deadpool, in my opinion, barely beats Suicide Squad. Just a little bit, just by a tiny, tiny bit. I can't believe that it ended up being a great movie and everyone was bitching and complaining about it. People always have something to complain about with a movie. I don't especially a big movie like this. To be honest, I didn't think Batman vs. Superman was as bad as people said it was. Was it good? No. Ben Affleck was good. Acting was good. And that's all I have to say about that. Please, I give this movie a 9 out of 10 because I loved it. I am going to go buy a Suicide Squad poster. I'm going to go buy a Suicide Squad freaking shirt. I'm going to get a Jared Leto Joker shirt because I thought Jared Leto was genius. He is a pure genius. Everyone on set, on their breaks, days they didn't have to work, went on set just to watch him. And that is just amazing. He put a lot of work into it. So did Margot Robbie. So did Will Smith. Will Smith freaking trained with the Navy SEALs to learn how to shoot guns properly. Margot Robbie learned how to hold her breath for like 5 minutes, and she did all of the stunts herself. I thought that was amazing. Jared Leto, he went all batshit crazy. See what I did there? But anyway, thank you for watching this. I know that I never put up videos at the correct time. I'm trying to work on that. I've been busy. Just thank you for watching this. Go watch this movie. I loved it. And thank you for watching. Bye.